mind here, as they had some incredible flexes they were holding in the previous game as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting one. I do think that the Emilio could have worked out, but they engaged a little bit too much, as it looks like we do have another error. We'll have to hop back in as soon as we possibly can. Apologize for that one, guys.
If it's Wolf who sets
Hallo,
the
Danny.
pauses, it is T1 who bolsters the pauses.
Der kleine Faker spielt ja immer noch.
Unstoppable.
Der kleine, ja.
Unstoppable.
Ja, Angst spielt noch immer.
Well, maybe we'll just get a longer pause this time then, as we're getting a look at all of the
Ja, das erste Game Storm? Nee.
different signs.
Nee, war gut umkämpft.
Well, luckily it happened at the beginning of the draft twice, so we don't have to like remake the draft and then do all the picks over again and then get to the end. So
Yeah.
we're right back in. No jinxing. No caster cursing.
Well, they can still pick Jinx, actually, because it hasn't been picked yet.
That's true.
Malphite Jace raus, passt.
Is going to
Azir, Orianna, wahrscheinlich raus noch.
similar bands. You know, very meta stuff.
Orianna raus, also Azir raus.
Wouldn't expect too much of a difference. Maybe the Varus gets left open this time.
So, Nico First Pick.
The interesting
Bart-Ban, Yunara-Ban, okay.
is, man, I was gonna say, the interesting about how this
Das ist die Frage jetzt, ne? Bart, Nico, sind beides Optionen.
We'll just have that band again.
Ich mag nur die meisten T1-Fans nicht. Varus-Ban.
So there's a lot of prio picks here. The Orion and the Azir are gone. The Lucian's gone, of course. Aurora first pick. Very flexible, but less relevant in the top lane with no Rumble to speak of. Surprised by this one, to be honest. It's a pretty unusual priority. The Nico
Also durchs First Selection, was verändern, wie die Teams schaffen. Ja, meistens haben wir einfach Red Side hat First Pick.
as heavily prioritized
Basically, meiste Zeit ist Red Side gleich First Pick.
been for all of 2025, or was.
Yeah, I mean, Carry is insane at the pick. Maybe they just go ahead and pick the bottom lane. They're
I
going
mean, the Aphelios Fresh one too? No way, right?
Also insane at Thresh, and they'll need to pick it right here, but it certainly could be a very strong combo. The classics here of Aphelios. Pays and Guma both really proficient at the champ. His owner Xinjiao was the champ that you had in your mind when you were watching him play throughout 2025, and I'll walk that one in here again. Wukong does have a reasonable, it is reasonable to pick him here. He's into the Xinjiao.
Ja.
Full early, but incredibly powerful at getting.
So, wie wär's jetzt, wenn wir noch einen Support-Pick kriegen? Oder wollen wir AD gehen?
Save you.
And it looks like they're trying to stack the threats on top.
Hat immer ein Team Side-Choice und das erste Team, dann das andere als zweites Pick-Choice. Zuerst First Pick oder Second Pick und dann das andere Team entscheidet Zeit.
For backline access, aka an Aphelios, who is not the most mobile.
Fresh ist nicht schlecht, oder?
Now they need an
Auf 3.
answer to it. They need some kind of front line, or maybe that Thresh you were talking about. Something to get Aphelios to safety.
I think if they go for Thresh, they probably want something else that wants to kind of walk that fine line so they can get double power out of it. I think it's probably going to be banned if it isn't picked here. They go for the Lulu instead, which empowers the Xinjiao. We've seen this so often, this combo. Usually with Zeri instead of the Aphelios, as he hasn't really been in favor for a long time, but with the changes to crit, he is incredibly powerful right now. Even though he was hotfixed with some of his lethality, that wasn't really the main part of why he was back in the meta, although it did make a very funny win rate for a little while. Let's see what
very
happens.
Funny high number.
Yeah,
yes.
very, very high 50s. Let's see what gets banned here now, because the identities are once again clear. You know, the scaling Aphelios, and then the team that tries to kill the Aphelios. And Yone, pretty good at getting on top of and killing the Aphelios. Zeka's very good at that champion. Zeus also very good at
Lulu auf 3 statt Fresh, weiß ich nicht.
Lane already, or at least in a lane, because I suppose.
Wieso laufen 2 LCK-Games gleichzeitig? Machen sie doch nicht, oder?
Zeka, and you have a Flex Aurora.
Oder bin ich am Trippen? Laufen doch nicht gleichzeitig, oder?
A safe call.
Just ban it. Galio going to be denied, and you think about Galio with the Xinjiao, definitely a good combo. It's something that Faker has played many a time. It's fantastic for keeping Pays alive on the Aphelios as well. So that's Instaman.
See what comes next here.
Dunraban?
Dive picks have been taken away. I mean, it's really up to
Hallo Xia.
whether you want want to deal with.
Syndra Second Ban, oder?
In this position, you're like, do we ban for Zeka's champion pool? Or do you
Und das hier schreit nach Sion.
They ultimately end up going with the Gwen ban, which might
Schreit nach Sion.
tank top. So the Sion gets banned.
Okay. Das heißt, Syndra ist
I
offen.
think this is a safe call on both sides. Ornn, reasonable, but hasn't really been that strong this.
Theoretisch Aurora halt Flex. Das stimmt. Warte mal, du willst ja Mitte nicht blind picken. Warte mal.
Yeah.
Ja, theoretisch ist Aurora Flex.
On the line. Can pull a member away from the Aphelios potentially.
The Rek'Sai is available for Zeus, and there are other picks that he is really well known for. Like he could play into the Cassante, for example, the Jax, that new Dusk and Dawn build that is very popular right now. Again, assuming that the Aurora is going mid, but with the Cassante now, I think it becomes more likely. Oh, another one, by the way. Yeah, I forgot about this one. He likes to do this one a lot to the Cassante in the top lane. This is
Vayne top.
incredibly popular right now. A lot of people are spamming this in solo queue.
Honestly,
Oh, you know what?
Besser.
Another one he really likes into Cassante, as it turns out. He's got a few of these. This is why blinding Cassante into Zeus is usually something teams don't do.
Saw that Neela come out as well. It's not necessarily your
Ja, welche AD Carry kommt? Jhin einfach oder was?
could offer you
Damage-wise sind sie gut aufgestellt.
I mean,
to that backline.
if the Gnar is set and they go Neela, all 5
Ist es
chances
einfach Jhin?
primed to kill that Aphelios. And Pays got caught enough.
Es ist Ziggs.
Now, surprised to see Guma pull out the Ziggs here. And it's not a pick he was known for in a very Ziggs-centric meta. But it is going to be great follow-up to all that CC.
Yeah, you know, Guma, hopefully given the time, I would love to see another crack at the Ziggs because as you mentioned, I think this is a great spot for it. A very common pick into the Aphelios.
No
now
way.
We're looking at Faker's pick.
I mean, when I saw the Gnar, I think part of why they didn't lock the Gnar, I was like, no way Faker just plays Silas here. It's another front line. They've got triple for it. If
Silas ist gut.
the steal, I mean, really,
Silas ist gut.
steal that'll scale well with the AP that Faker's going to be building. And picking the Gnar into this Cassante means that you're going to have a fantastic lane. You're going to have pressure.
So.
You can put your efforts
Also now winning versus Cassante, aber Cassante ist Cassante.
outrange the Aphelios. You get to level 6 with
Mitte Fistfight, aber müsste Aurora favor seine Mörlinge. Und Botlane,
good about this trade.
Ziggs ist halt ein Neutralizer gegen Aphelios. So. Aber wir wissen alle, wie viel Damage ein Aphelios macht später, vor allem mit Enchanter. Mal sehen.
Insane amount
Mal
of
sehen.
line without
Ich finde beide Comps nicht bad.
into an additional engage tool to set up Pays. He is another wild growth target to get on top of the back line or just help peel in the front line for this Aphelios carry. Man, these are some banger drafts. Like, both drafts are incredibly strong. I like how Han Life Esports set this one up for their early control. Get Kanavi to 6, but the Silas was kind of a masterclass. And the final moments there for T1. And I hope
So, kurzer Reminder nochmal.
the Elder again.
Bei Moore ist gerade eine, okay, das ist kein CTA, aber bei Moore ist gerade eine Aktion,
I like this draft here from
bei denen ihr mit meinem Code 40%, also mit meinem Code 40% auf Proben, 30% auf Proteine und 20% auf Bars und die Getränke. Die Fizzies habe ich nicht probiert. Ansonsten habe ich sehr viel probiert. Matcha Latte hole ich mir noch.
that top lane.
Matcha Latte probiere ich mir noch und den Eiskaffee probiere ich auch noch.
Versus T1, Game 2.
Auch mit meinem Code. Ja, ansonsten, ich habe sehr viel von den Sachen probiert. Also das meiste ist empfehlenswert, wenn ihr einzelne Sachen, also die anderen habe ich noch nicht probiert, wenn ihr einzelne Sachen fragen wollt, fragt. Kauft mit meinem Code sofort. Geld.
All right, game number 2, and just hoping for a game number 3 at this point because game number 1 was certainly a banger. I mean, there wasn't a helping of action all the time, but it was definitely very tense and very back and forth and could have gone either way.
Ja, Zero-Ups. Ja,
Last year where
Zero-Ups habe ich auch neben mir.
it had to pull out.
Go springen, was dann kommen, Rede.
Was it that early?
I
Rede.
don't know. It was definitely a big game.
Ja, ihr könnt auf den Link klicken und mit meinem Code Geld ausgeben.
LCK
Ich habe kein Geld, scheiße.
playoffs. And I could already feel when that was being hovered, like the space over there, like Digon would look at each other like, oh no, no.
You know, I think you're right because it was at Lal Park, but I think it was also the best of 5 finals
Yeah,
where it
I
happened
think it
because it was
was.
such a big deal.
It was
think
Keen
you're
who
right.
played it, right? Like, and kind of whiffed it and lost to Zeus. Like, Zeus owned him.
Against the Aatrox.
Exactly. That's what I remember. Sometimes I write my own memories, but I think this one is true.
Ja, Broke is over. Wo ist dein Twitch-Prime dann?
Maybe we see
Jakob?
game 3 and he gets
Sprich mal mit mir bitte.
again anyways. Remember his Ari?
Ja, Midlane ist winning für Silas im Early. Für Aurora im Early, Entschuldigung. Ist ein Lane Bully Champion.
Would love to see an R cosplay. I think it would fit him very well. I think Wadid's got the personality for it.
Yeah. He's not quite as noisy as Gnar.
Well,
I mean, is anyone as noisy as Gnar?
Lysandra, you guys were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
With the Karma as well. No Karma just yet.
I mean, the thing about Karma is I'd be okay with it if I could just understand what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I really just have no idea.
One time I did look up the voice lines and their meanings.
What do you mean you looked up? It's a fake language, Valdez.
No, it's a thing. No,
It's a
I'm
thing?
pretty sure they had translations. Or at least
No, I'm sorry. I mean, they probably do.
at least I saw what she was saying and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's easy to mishear some of those.
Klaus, danke für den 3., Liebe. Und Naiva, danke für den 9., auch Liebe.
Surprise here, the Lulu winning in the lane against the Rakan.
Well,
Bin Wasser-Andy, aber glaube, von meiner Schwester werde ihm mal deinen Code zu stecken. Nur Liebe.
here and chip away.
Im Studenten Amazon Prime hat man keinen Twitch Prime. Wirklich? Haben die es genervt?
The Ziggs is a health
Was
advantage
denn das?
for Lulu. And as you say, like, Lulu is winning, but the Ziggs is fine here,
Ja, die Zero-Ups sind wirklich super.
of course. And this is a
Die
very
lieben wir.
stable lane. It's not like there's kill pressure for the FLAOs. Shouldn't be. This is a lane that's won by the Gnar. And so this Wukong is just kind of chilling, power farming the 6. We'll grab an extra wolf.
Mo hat kein Kreatin.
Rise.
Außer ich habe mich zum 10. Mal übersehen.
Is just gonna head
Milchreis, Porridge, beide lecker, beide probiert. Sind super.
Owner's just gonna wait for an
Kannst du auch mit noch ein bisschen, also entweder da,
actually used aggressive.
sie empfiehlt, das habe ich noch nicht probiert, weil ich mache mir immer meinen Skür rein.
Hello.
Zum Beispiel, ich mache mir einen Skür da noch rein ins Porridge.
Which mid laner gets here first? Looks like they're here at the exact same time.
Achtung.
And going to respect the Shinsekai.
Sekka, Achtung.
Not quite enough as the chain
Sekka, Achtung. Ona ist tot, oder?
comes late and now Owner
Oh, Ona ist tot. Ona ist tot, right? Ona ist tot, right? Oh, nein, nein, nein. FF, FF.
over to Faker.
Oh, FF, double FF,
proc there. Owners they got too much health. And
FF.
my money is always on the Silas in the skirmish like that. He has Kingslayer. He is so difficult to deal with. He's so much health. And even if the chains don't connect,
Ich bin Skür beim Maraquack.
disaster there. But I mean, it was
Every day.
be a little bit 3D chess, you know.
FF.
IQ play does not work out, but you're still dealing with a Silas in a scrappy fight here.
Oh.
Extending right, the Conqueror is procced. Faker here, not quite able to hit the chains onto Zek.
Oh, weia.
But can't really offer damage back. And then
Polymorph, ein
doesn't
Dreckspell.
connect up. And then the first kill comes through. He goes back in, Conqueror procs, and they end up getting a double for Faker here in the.
Oh, Mann.
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, even, like, maybe they get that kill on an Owner. But even then, I just feel like you're not going to win in the extended trade against Xinjiao and Silas, as you mentioned. Like that, especially with Zeka just chunked out before the fight even really began. Like, yes, they went deep, but it was only Owner who was low. So it felt like they were trying to just get something out of the trade by taking down Owner. Maybe instinctually just flashing in for the kill and maybe just going to go from there. But did not work out for them. And now Faker's sitting 2-0. Nearly 1,000 gold ahead already because of all of
Ja, sieht die Picks von den Season aus wie letzte. Well, was ist?
fair Silas.
He's gonna take that between worlds and.
Oh, weia. Jetzt kommt der Arschfick auf Bot dann auch noch. Oh, nein, 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 nein.
Enough to get the message across, but Guma's already way too far.
Yeah, they are very much caught out here. We do have double flash available.
Okay.
And just waiting.
Okay.
Look like Paze is able to get in position. Thought maybe he would flash in and look for the root with the purple gun, but not meant to be.
Okay.
I suppose.
Guma already used teleport, so this is going to be a big win if they could shove him out. Delight instantly gets in position to block for him as well, so that the chains cannot connect. Thought that was really well played by Delight and Guma, all things considered. And nothing really amounts of this. I mean, nothing critical. A nice play from Faker with the lead that he has.
Yeah. Yeah, this dragon being taken. Maybe with some of that pressure that they got and Delight being forced back, so at least able to get this early objective.
Look at Owner's experience advantage. He has level 6, Wukong does not. He's a full level up. The team
Boah, Riesenproblem.
jungle camp leader,
Riesenproblem.
Wukong that's been fighting fire with fire, but is just much less relevant in the early game.
Auch Cambrian Wade kann aber immer noch Level 5.
PL-esque, you could say. With
Er hat Smite, aber er geht nicht Level 6 von dem Camp.
Navi just running straight into him. I mean, yes, it's in your jungle, but again, that level difference is just too big. At least Kanavi's able to smite it away, but Owner's going
What the
deep
fuck?
to chunk
Terrorist.
it out.
he wants
Still
more.
no level 6.
Hey, he wants more out of this jungle. He's like, why still? I know that you don't have level 6 until you can get some more camps. Let's see how many of those I can take. He doesn't actually commit to the Krugs, however. Paze has red and white. And that's going to be the end of the bottom side skirmish potential for Owner. This game, very much, it's still a playable game here for Honor Life Esports, but starting to get a little bit concerned about how they have played it thus far. As Faker still has a 500 gold lead from those 2 kills he picked up earlier. Silas can snowball games incredibly well. He has so many ultimates to get value from. Zeka went Ignite to go into this 2-0 Silas, so it's also not going to be very helpful in terms of trying to catch up. As Faker has his teleport back and can get a free back, buy an item, and then be ready to scrap again.
Yeah. It just feels like should be able to get value against the mid jungle with that Ignite, but as you're mentioning, not going to help him in this situation, trying to get back to the lane. It's kind of cool that we don't have to have teleport be the only thing that people take nowadays. In the top lane, obviously, but also even in the mid lane nowadays with a lot of ghosts being taken and Ignite in this case.
Faker doesn't even use his teleport to come back because he has plenty of time, so he can continue to hold on to that summoner for power elsewhere. Crescendum.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Wow, das macht wenig Damage. What? Das macht wenig Damage. Was ist denn das?
Rip this turret apart.
Hä?
That bomb coming out will force him to push forward until the next wave crashes, but a lot of damage has been done.
Und Bro tickelt.
Outside the map, Kanavi does have level 6 now. He's looking for some grub control.
And pays alongside of his friendly carry Lulu is just totally fine to push up, do a ton of damage, and be very fast when it does come to getting the speed boost from the Lulu. I talked about being excited for the top lane. Well, it's basically just been Zeus getting a little bit of a CS lead, and he is the one stripe on the team. You know, he is the Zeus stripe at the moment. That does have 600 gold in the lead. Owner continuing to try to pressure these Raptors and take them down time after time.
Yeah, if you're a Honor Life Esports fan, you're like, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the part you can see.
Gut, Toplane 600 Gold ahead, mach Meter. 100 CS, der müsste sogar fast schon sein Triforce fertig haben, oder nicht?
But, I mean, this Gnar is generating the kind of pressure he needs to with this counter pick. Again, could be a detriment later on with Silas steals, but isn't always...
Range-technisch sind die auch ziemlich gut aufgestellt bei Hanwha. Also ich glaube, der Aphelios, der ist natürlich ein Problem.
Oh God. Stopwatch the hijack.
Aber das kriegen die bestimmt hin.
Insane.
Gedeichselt.
He actually was one of those guys who would do that.
Ja, Nar gewinnt das Matchup.
I'm glad that item was removed.
Nar gewinnt das Matchup und der ist ein sehr, sehr, sehr guter Nar. Also, ja.
Spectators.
Trying to make a play here on a Faker. He's getting pretty low.
Good.
Actually has to flash the burst at the end of that Between Worlds. And Kanavi was also in the vicinity, so could have seen even...
Nicht fighten, Kanavi. Du kriegst so komplett dein Maul eingeschlagen.
We know Owner was not anywhere nearby. Was just coming back to farm his Krugs.
Faker does stay. I'll grab this extra wave. See if he is getting close to an item break point or not. Just wanted to stick around for this one. We'll teleport back to lane if he needs to. In fact, with how that end up crashing, he might just be able to hold it again.
Let's see, does he finish that belt?
Could time it with the TP.
I think he is with the TP, right? No? Okay.
Nope.
Did he buy anything? Maybe the boots? I don't know. I didn't really see if he bought anything.
Yeah, I don't think... I thought he had the boots already.
Well, seems like he needs some more money. He's going back again. Wolf.
Did he forget to buy? There's no way. Or like maybe he mistimed it on the TP.
He might have mistimed it, or maybe he just needed a tiny bit more gold.
Oh my God.
So he TP'd in, got
Gut, bitte eine Wave Push.
and then back to him.
I guess, yeah, that's
So
not ideal, but...
I'm glad they
Okay, eine Wave nach Hard Push into Triforce.
really add up. This is weird.
Ultimately, you know, still going to be able to get back to lane fairly quickly. Is back now already. It's 2026, you know, you can go back whenever you want.
Yeah.
Was Faker, der hatte wahrscheinlich, also wie Kasa gesagt hat, der hatte wahrscheinlich ein klein wenig zu viel. Also,
In there on a Kanavi, they want to engage.
fucking Trash-Fight oder nicht? Kanavi ist tot einfach.
In onto the two bottom laners, and Kanavi, there's really
Eh?
nothing for him to go. As now they got to try to turn around, but is it too little, too late? Owner able to set up two eventually.
What the fuck?
Ace has a free highway to getting even more kills. Picks up the.
What the fuck? Was macht mein Nar jetzt hier?
And Zeus now he's getting stunned down. Faker thinking about taking more of a fight, but not going to overplay their hands. And now with that TP, you give Doran the free lane up here, give him that extra time, and T1.
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure about that TP from Zeus because obviously
20 CS Lead.
where he can impact anything there. He knows the hijack
Back.
is down, but it's going to be really hard for him to actually make anything of that play. So he just gives away his TP, gives Doran a ton of agency there. And this play is about the Wild Growth Xin Zhao combo that we talked about in draft. Owner looking for
Was macht der da?
makes a turn here with this Aphelios.
Satcheled so early, by the way.
Yeah. And then look at this. Back onto Kanavi, triple knockup. And they just disappear. And now FaZe has free agency. There's no one to engage on him anymore. In
Imagine
live,
if they had the satchel.
in live,
Kann nicht mehr.
almost, yeah, well, would have been pretty huge. They almost get the kill onto Zeka.
Yeah, Zeka, he is one of the guys still doing pretty well at this point in time, but FaZe again with shields and speed ups. There's really no threat at this point in time. Like, again, this comp can't do so much when it comes to team fights and punishing the Aphelios, but in this early to mid game state where HLE are behind, it just feels like FaZe does whatever he wants.
And it feels like the opt-in to these team fights from Kanavi has
Riesenproblem.
resistance. And, you know, you took him out of the LPL, but you can't take the LPL out of him, maybe, is what we're seeing here. I'm being a bit facetious, obviously, but, you know, that last fight, the satchel usage was a problem, but you got to consider the engage range, the scrappy power of this, the rotating Sylas. And pays 2 kills
Alter.
under his belt already.
Alter.
And,
Stormrazor.
yeah.
Stormrazor Movespeed ist geil, ja.
Now, Guma's gonna wish he had his TP. He's gonna back away here, and we'll see how much FaZe can get done then with this crescendo. Might be able to grab an additional plate here. Guma's gonna stay and clear this, but down goes the plate. More gold in his inventory. Faker does not have his quest completed for some reason. That can't be right. Oh, it's right. His boots are not.
I mean, he was out of lane for a decent
yeah, I
amount of
guess
time.
that's it. He just
Running back and forth, buying items, and going bot lane that one time.
They're like, he lane swapped to being a jungler by roaming a lot. As that's the Gnar steal.
Yeah. Should be the better Gnar, but he's up against a Rakan at the same time. The better Gnar ult throws them into the wall, and Faker says, this is why I pick Sylas, guys. You're not going to enjoy this fight. Gets the slow on a Zeus. There's the block from Delight, but he might be in trouble now as the smite comes down.
Oh!
Oh! Him.
Minions?
Not enough.
Oh!
He was trying to TP away. I think
Schlag ihn tot! Schlag ihn tot! Nein!
And a slick play by Faker to get away, but has to expend his TP to do it.
Yeah, flash.
Ah!
That was a very risky scenario for both sides. Look for a moment like Faker might have misjudged.
Okay, well now he's going to have to go between worlds, but you can see that Doran able to pull him back for a moment. And really exerting that pressure on...
Sylas braucht Sylas braucht ein Matchup, das okay ist, und Sylas braucht Ultis, die verwendbar sind.
And ends up handling it pretty well. We'll see a push out of the top lane. And we kind of reset to this point where the Herald spawns, and FaZe still has flash. Faker does not. And they have Prio. Scary thing is this Aphelios, it just does so much consistent damage. They have to lock him down. Faker has the ability to peel and or engage with this.
Und hat in dem Game Double Buff, ne? Also die haben ihm einen guten Skirmish gegeben. Also mit 2-0 und Double Buff gespawnt. Das ist natürlich auch noch ein bisschen unangenehm. Boah, ja, ich glaube, das Game hier ist, also... Ha. Genau, die sind einer der besten, ja. Yup.
Yeah, there's a good question. Another question I have.
Yep.
When is Faker going to complete his quest? Still doesn't have the tier 3 boots.
It's a little bit tougher for Sylas to hit the enemy mid laner when he's not in the mid lane. And
he could go mid, but we've kind of entered an awkward state where he got it late and now he wants to be in a side lane.
Ich weiß nicht, ob du gehört hast. Das Problem ist, dass du, also, sobald Six in die Mitte geht, musst du halt matchen, right? Und das heißt, selbst wenn du mit Sylas nicht die Quest fertig hast, ist es, also du musst trotzdem matchen. Und dann wird halt dein Sylas ein bisschen verkauft, aber, also in terms of Quest. Aber geldtechnisch macht es ja keinen Unterschied. Auf Mitte jetzt. Recall ist natürlich geil, aber ja.
And obviously his empowered recall. He will not for a little while.
Maybe he's delaying the empowered recall so he can use it at a better time.
Oh my god, that would be such a Faker thing to do. Just like how he delayed his use of the Rakan ultimate here to make sure he could clear those minions a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a plate.
There he goes.
All I needed was
nice.
one more plate. See, he used the Recon ultimate perfectly there.
And now he's ready to have his empowered recall right after this dragon fight. It's perfect.
My God, Valdez, he's genius. This guy's pretty good. Cerebral player, some would say.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this dragon doesn't spawn for 40 more seconds. And his hijack is going to be up.
Well, he might be backing sooner rather than later. Faker in a lot of trouble here, actually. The Ignite doing so much work and just straight up a solo kill. Zeka takes him down. Owner takes an opportunity to go mid and try to take down this turret with the Rift Herald. Should be able to do so. And actually trying to run it into the second turret here.
Okay.
Going even deeper. There he goes. There's
Warte
the
mal.
knockback, but at the end of the day,
Warte mal.
I think it should be okay. Still
Warte mal.
Flash, but I suppose
Der Champ ist so OP, rede.
Yeah, I mean,
Und Grüße.
doesn't have to flash, but
Warte mal, Bot and Turret weg, Solo-Kill.
that first turret out so quickly.
Drake.
To save the charge. Now the dragon is spawned though.
Oh, Drake aber contestable, oder? TP auf Silas ist ab.
Where's heal, but you know, whatever. You know, that's relatively useful. Doesn't have anything, and now Hanwha Life Esports are looking for a contest. Owner's going in.
Yeah, he's just going in. I mean, he's got everything. He's got his flash.
Ulti raus, ja, aber Aurora Ulti auch. Ich glaube nicht, dass der Fight so leicht ist.
So they're gonna exhaust.
Ulti oder Flash Force ist gut.
Try to get into that circle, which Wukong can.
Warum geht er da rein mit statt rauszuflashen? Warte mal. Warte mal.
Stolen. And Delight might be in a bit of trouble here. As down he will go.
See if Faker can try to cut off their retreat.
TP raus.
Chains.
Ist mein Six nicht komplett am Feeden?
And he is just going mode. But
Kanavi hat keine Ulti, kann nicht gewinnen. TP von nahe kommt.
And Kanavi trying to punish him as the Gnar is not quite
Okay. Warte mal. Alter, macht der... Gott, macht der Furious Damage. Oh mein Gott, das ist so over. Es ist so over. GG. Oh, Chris, danke fürs 13. Dankeschön. Oh mein Gott.
This fight was actually so difficult to pilot for T1, but they turned it into such a scrappy fight. The Hanwha Life Esports could not group and get anything done, and you could really feel the difference, obviously, in terms of damage output. Zeus.
I think Owner eventually just, he'll just get him here. Oh, little sidestep. Did a good job of dodging basically everything, but it did not matter. Faker still get the drag.
Doesn't get the kill, but ultimately it doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things.
Dreck.
I'm gonna go all the way back.
Vor allem sah doch eigentlich ganz gut aus. Wie ist er tot?
From Zeka.
Alter, wie OP ist auch... Wie?
He made a funny sound when he...
Ich check den Damage nicht. Also Aurora ist für mich so ein komischer Champion.
I think he was just telling people they didn't need to commit to a TP or something like that. Is probably what he sounded like. He said maybe.
Auch hier, wie dann... Also...
Owner is really tanky, right? And this fight gets really split.
Er geht rein, statt rauszuflashen.
Does not have the same damage output as Pays, so it's a massive ultimate. Even though it doesn't execute anyone, everyone's health bars get a little bit dented, right? Delight here tries to escape, gets taken up by Faker, doesn't ult until...
Aber 90%, ja, trotzdem.
And all the while...
Das war für mich zum Beispiel kein Spot, wo der Silas halt gewonnen wird. So, also das ist für mich halt kein Spot, wo du one-hittest. Oh Gott, Zeka hat alles gemisst. Oh mein Gott.
Then turn his attention to Zeka as Doran gets into the backline, finishes off that backline threat.
Oh mein Gott.
And like, there was just never really any setup for HLE. They just kind of trickled in one by one piecemeal into the meat grinder that was Pays. And then eventually Doran was like, well, I guess Ziggs is also dead. And they end up winning the fight, taking out the dragon, putting themselves on Mountain Soul Point here with a Cassante, a Xinjiao, and a Silas. Not to mention a Lulu to make it even more annoying.
Yeah, trying to just continue scrapping as Zeus. I think he got a good taste of that in the last team fight, which the action continued on for very long.
The thing about the comp here for Hanwha Life Esports is you don't want to be going in one by one and looking for efficiency of the target, right? You want to be able to kill Aphelios.
Gold wird so abgefarmt.
The fight is won in that moment. That's it. You win the fight, you do that. Obviously, there'll be some kite back for Guma. We'll need to continue to do damage because there's a lot of threats for him. But if the Aphelios is like taking half of your Gnar's health bar out because he teleports in at a kind of awkward angle and can't reach him, you're not going to win those fights. Catching Faker on the side would be huge.
He's trying to steal the Between Worlds. Meanwhile, Zeus is just dead, and Faker actually got away with the Aurora ult, so that's going to be a trade up here for T1, who now have a 5,000 gold lead. And they're just gonna set their sights on the Baron.
Ja, Game 3.
TP mid, look for Guma.
Yeah, he's got the satchel this time, but Faker's able to get on the right side of that. Now he just wants to get away from Kanavi.
They're just going to keep them away from the Baron. Red-white for Pays means this Baron goes down so quick.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way. I mean, Kanavi's trying to run over at this point. They're trying to burst.
Also, der Enchanter sehen schon fucking OP aus. Wer bekommt da Red Side? Es gibt First Selection. Ein Team wählt, also ein Team jetzt in dem Fall, T1, hatte jetzt in Game 2 Selection, wählt aus, ob sie First oder Second Pick haben wollen. T1 hat Second Pick gewählt und dann wählt das andere Team, also Hanwha in dem Fall, wählt die Seite aus, ob sie Red oder Blue haben wollen und die haben dann Blue gewählt. Ja, go next. Go next.
I think they're just way too far ahead at this point. The chains once again going to miss, but Faker will not be stopped. Does get denied the Quadra, but does pick up the triple. As owner, man, he's getting so much aggro from the guys on HLE, but he just rarely goes down.
Yeah, he just absorbs it, takes it like a.
Und sie werden wieder Iron Merchants, warum die Enchanter so stark sind. Kannst du nicht sagen, möglich ist es.
Uh-oh. We got better Gnar ults coming on in, but Faker pretty low. And it looks like maybe not gonna go for it. Although Faker has been going insane. Kingslayer comes in. Zeus is getting low. The chains are going to connect as might just have the Gnar ultimate into the wall.
Oh yeah.
To the turret. Delight. Super low in the
Oh yeah. Lass, komm bitte. Next.
The bloodthirsty support trying to get another one, but he will not be able to. T1 having a bit of fun with their food at this point.
Yeah, this is definitely becoming a very one-sided affair very quickly as Pays kind of
Unless
them in. He does die.
Dead. Kanavi looking for a bit more over the wall. They are going to get Keria. As Ingo Zeka as well, but yeah.
Ja, Game 1, gut umkämpft. Hallo Q.
Pays was almost able to turn that into something.
So, wer giftet Liz jetzt ein Sub? Die Schnorrer-Sau ist schon wieder nonstop. Und das kann ich nicht gebrauchen.
Can't satchel the turret until it goes to its final plate, if I'm not mistaken, on this patch. So they can't get the turret.
Sind Sau ist so strong immer noch. Wild.
Yeah, he is
Gut gespielt aber auch.
in sicko mode in this fight. So difficult to kill, so tanky. And then he just is able to catch them before they can take the turret out. Oh. And then best friend Keria coming in. Speaking of best friend Keria, he's going
Als Amstellen gerade Mauerkauf muss reichen, das ist mehr als genug.
Oh, this is not quite the replay I thought it was.
Soll selber arbeiten, so rede mal.
Ja, the replay where he helps Faker with the Gnar ultimate and all that. With the,
too much action, too many replays. We don't
Ja, komm, raus. Nächstes Game. Komm, Game 3. Gönn Game 3, komm, reicht.
I feel like
Reicht.
he's throwing so many chains and I see most of them.
Genug gesehen, reicht.
He just gets in there and blows up your entire health bar instead.
Reicht doch.
Going down. And Zeus is trying to get some bounty gold on the top. We'll see a TP from Faker to shut that down. They're not going to go for the bottom turret there as the Baron fades away. And we'll just reset and look for Dragon. Owner is level 16 and go over the wall.
Hallo Sorex.
There's just no way anyone can get anywhere near this Dragon. They have no vision either. I mean, Kanavi's going to come over here and see what he could do. He doesn't have flash. And I think this is just Mountain Soul to T1 for free.
Yeah, look at Doran's positioning as well. Just the threat of that. And now Faker from the top rope is looking to come on in as trying to get on top of Guma here, but he's able to satchel away. Faker, though, able to steal the Between Worlds, does an immense amount of damage, finds Zeus on the side on top of it all. And
Ich habe angefangen, Jujutsu zu lesen und gesagt, was du willst. Was ich habe gesagt, ich lese Kaoru und Rin.
It's only a matter of
Nicht
time
Jujutsu Kaisen.
until T1 in this game.
It might be a very short amount of time, in fact, Valdez.
Ja, gültig. Ist fein.
Here, Shirelia's out. They're looking to end it right now.
I think they should be able to. Zeus.
Disgusting skirmishes.
Gigantic Aphelios ult on top of 3.
GG.
And it's still Faker that gets 2 kills somehow. As now he's diving the fountain. I'm sure he's giggling the entire time. And they have a little bit of a wait, but it did just get cleared out. Doesn't seem to matter. As very much having fun with their food and playing with it.
GG, Game 3. Oh, Bayer, die Fallhöhe.
Damage number to look even better.
Macht doch Ende.
For Pays as they are just in it. Zeus though wants to get a kill. He's not going to be able to. This Pays picks up the double. And that
Die Fallhöhe.
will have their fun, and they will also have their game 3.